Okay, so I've got to go back and get some little arms and screw those back in there, remount that, and I'll be right back. But the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. There's two there that was loose for that air conditioner. I don't know why this is not coming in clear. There's not much light in here, I guess. Sorry about that. Then there was an air conditioner here. There's two cut-in boxes here. This one is still tight. You know, the box is still tight. That one I already fixed. But then there's also another air conditioner over in this room over here. So let me get through here.
Peace.
Okay. Here's another air conditioner over here. Same thing. 4-hour timer and an electrical outlet. This box is still tight. Look at this. What on earth is going on? And I'll bet you that the arms are broken off too. Sometimes they're not broken off. So don't make any assumptions when you pull that apart. Carefully look at that, and if the tabs are still on there, you can maybe just push the box in there tight, tighten those two screws up like I was showing you, and your box may suck back to the wall. Okay, but I just happen to have 5 more cut-in boxes, and I'm going to grab those boxes and I'm going to be right back so I can finish my project. Remember see how that box worked before? You tighten this screw up. As you turn it to the right, this is going to flop up behind the sheetrock, and then you screw this in. What I like to do, if the sheetrock's about 1/2 inch to 5/8, I like to make this about 3/4 or so, because when you start tightening it, if you just barely have this started on the screw, which means I usually come out with the screw at the end of this, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so, and that's usually good for 1/2 inch sheetrock. As you start tightening it up, see there's a little rail right there, and if you start tightening it up, if you don't have that sucked into the rail a little bit, sometimes it could kind of come out of the rail. You see how it's like that? Then as you start screwing it, it's trying to suck in there, and it's not. See, I'm pushing on it right now. I'm pushing on it right now, and it's not going in. And then you might cross thread this or something. That's why it needs to be slid in there a little bit. Then it will slide in a lot easier. See that little rail right there? So if it's out too far, it could kind of pooch out of the rail. Okay. So I unscrewed these on some other ones. Okay, so I've got 2 of them here for this box and 2 more. I want to look at that and see where the notch is, which way it's facing, because I want to put these on right, so I know it's going to go like that at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this in here and make sure it's in the rail, which it is. And now, if I can screw this in to that, and I got my finger on the back side of it, and I'm going to wait for it to start hitting my finger, and then I'll know I've got just about enough room. You make it too much. If you screw it too much, maybe you got it back inside there and you think this is going up behind the sheetrock, where in fact maybe it's only going up a little bit because it's hitting the back side, and you think it's behind there. You tighten this all the way up and this starts sucking in further like that, but it's really not behind the sheetrock and it's still loose. You're like, what's going on? So then you have to push this back or loosen it to get this back further without unscrewing it off the back and dropping inside the wall, let's say, and then tighten it back up. So see, I've got it far enough. Now I've got it in the slide. I push this down sideways, make sure it's in the slide, and it is. Okay, I know when I push that back in, it's going to work fine. It's going to come up. I tighten this, doink, and then it's going to screw in, and it's already nicely in the slide. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one in. back behind here. Make sure I'm in the groove. Get my screw in there and tighten that up until it hits my finger on the back side. Now I'm feeling it. I'm going to let it go just a little. And now what I do is I push this screw all the way in. If you have that screw like that, obviously it's not going to push behind the sheetrock. Okay, so I'm going to push back, and now I can just like loosen it, and that's lifting up the flap. Got the flap up. I got that flap up. Push that back in there. Hold it. As I tighten this, this is going up like that behind there, and now it's screwing in up against the back side of the sheetrock. This one here, as I tighten it, it's right like that. Now as I tighten it, it's going to go like that, and now it's facing straight down, and now it's sucking in towards the back side of the sheetrock. You just want to make it snug. You go too tight and you could crack that back there, the sleeve, and then it might snap off later. Okay, there's only a certain amount you want to go. Okay, that's why I can't understand. In this one condo, 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these clips were broken off. That's unheard of. Okay, so now I can put that on, and here's the little nut. And the thing with that is you want to be real careful you don't cross thread it on that plastic threads. Okay, you gotta hold your mouth just right to get it started. And now I line that up because see I can do that. If you're having a hard time lining it up, you can take your measure. I'm on a piece of trim there, and that's 21. I hold it down there and run right at 21. Okay, that way you can assume that your trim, see this trim right there? I'm assuming that's pretty much plumb. And so I can measure off of that like that. Or I can come off of this wall and come over 22 3/4 and 22 3/4 at the bottom. So I know that's lined up. You can measure up here if you wanted, assuming that's level. You know, there's lots of things you can do. The last thing you want is to have this crooked. That's my pet peeve, is having cover plates like this or plastic cover plates like an electrical outlet crooked. You look at the wall and you look at that and you think, my word, somebody's got a crooked eyeball. Why don't they spend some time and make sure it's straight? You know, and I'm just taking my crescent wrench or spanner wrench, and I'm just going to make that snug. Don't overdo it. Okay. And this round knob here has a definite little catch goodie on it. See right here where there's a flat space on there. And see when I look on the back side of this, there, let's get you reset up here. See how there's a flat spot on that? If you're not paying attention to that, you could put this on wrong and really cram it in there. You could probably still get it on there, but you're not going to be putting it on in the right place. So see, I know it's facing up, and I look at that, that one's facing up, this is facing up. I want to get it situated on there just right, and I want to push it in there, like that. Okay, there's that.